Hey, how's it going? Oh, I hear myself. Oh, no, 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 no. Where is it? Where is it taking? Whoop. Bye. Oh, thank you, Clawmaster, for the follow. Hello. Welcome on in. Alright, so, for those that are new here, I'm Nethyr, the ex-final boss of nullptr Live, a VTuber tech group. Today I'm going to be continuing off with Godot. Let's see. So, around last week, I was working on the enemy spawns. I actually got a lot of good work done, but today we're going to be focusing more on the UI. So, the high score and the game over. I did a bit of the high score already, I think from last stream, but we're going to continue from that and then do the finishing touches. And then we're going to talk about, I just tagged in one too. Chill vibes and design is always good. Thank you! Oh my gosh. Man, I lose track easily sometimes, but we're just chilling. We're just chilling. And as you can see, I'm starting off a bit earlier than usual. I have a few things I need to do after this stream, so I just need to do as much as I can, but it's nice to be back. It's nice to chill. I am a lot better now compared to last week. Last week, I was not in a good state. I had like -1 HP like every hour. It was awful. So at least now I'm like fully recovered. Knock on wood on that. And I can actually do some Godot today. And also we're going to be talking about what would be my next project. So if you have any suggestions, definitely leave it down below. And I know there's a couple of people who are VOD watchers, so definitely leave a comment if there's a particular game you want me to recreate. I'll do my best to find a tutorial for it, and then we can recreate it on stream. So let me go ahead and go to my next section. You've been going through it. I hope the health roller coaster calms. I hope so too, but like I have some fears, and honestly, it makes me just want to stay at home at this point and just never go outside. That's how I feel these days, because man, people are not taking care of themselves, and it's just like, if you're sick, just stay at home so you don't infect other people. But apparently, there's a research paper regarding the correlation between having influenza versus not having influenza. Like, how does influenza impact your behavior? Apparently, if you have influenza, well, a specific strain of the flu, it makes you more social. So basically, the sickness is making you make stupid social decisions so that the illness could spread to other people. That is terrifying that a virus could do that. Yeah. Being diabetic has me constantly on alert. Immune compromise. Oh man, yeah, that's why I like to keep my mask on as much as possible. Although I kind of want to get a respirator personally. That'd be nice, but let's get some coding done. But yeah. Alright, so as you can see, little Godot, I'm trying a different setup, so it might be a little clunky, but as you can see, I was already fiddling a bit with the score. And let me show y'all how it looks so far. So this is the game, just playing this. And I could literally pew. It's pretty. I actually fiddled with this a lot. On like the speed of the enemies and such. Some of them are a little bit difficult, and I can like get a pretty decent score, but some of them I made them really fast and maybe too much defense. So I'm learning about balancing enemies versus players a lot. So this is really fun. Oh, okay. Yeah, like the speed of this, I kind of want to put it at like a decimal point to slow it down a little bit for the tiny ships. But other than that, I feel pretty happy with— oh wait, you guys can't see it! No! RIP! Okay, you guys can't see the game. Interesting. I need to keep that in mind, because I literally have just been pressing, like, smashing buttons, because I just launched it and stuff. Interesting. I need to keep that in mind. So, basically, I've been fiddling with my OBS for my screen, but I think I need to turn on my— Where is it? Sorry, there's some scuff happening. So let me go get this. Get that. There we go. Now y'all can see the screen. I need to minimize some things. Okay. But yeah, so I need to have it on this screen. Let me close out a few things so that, yeah. And then go from there. Close this one. We don't want my final boss secrets to come out. Yada yada. Okay, is that good? I feel like it's good. Yeah, I think that's good. That's good. Okay, let me put on the screen. I know, scuff early on. Classic VTuber shenanigans. But at least... Okay, undo. Alright, now let me show y'all the game and how this looks. So, as you can see at the top, there's a score. There are very small, fast ships. And some of them take actually multiple hits to take. And you can see that there's 3 enemies. I also put for the UI for the score... it has a purple border because I thought, hey, why not put a little purple because I'm purple. It just makes sense, and I can go really high. But when I hit something, there's clearly something missing. We do not have a game over screen. So that's what we're going to work on, because for the game over screen, we need to make sure that it says the game over and the game stops. So it doesn't keep rolling. Hey Grio, welcome on in. Ooh, I want to get an N95 respirator with replaceable card. Ooh, that would be nice. That would be nice. It's just that I need to learn how to clean those properly. Otherwise, there's just no point. There's no point. And also, I kind of want to make a fashionable N95 respirator. I think that'd be kind of cool. And then really go into like the cyberpunk, post-apocalyptic vibe. Might as well, right? Like, we're getting closer. Might as well get into the fashion. I wrote front. And letting my indie games plus makerspace people about you. We love this kind of stuff. I've been thinking about that Dyson mask. I don't know. Let's see. With the cartridges, you just trash them. With the mask, you can basically dunk it in IPA. Oh. Honestly, like, imagine if there are respirators that have, like, anime girls on them. And anime men on them, like, that would make me use them more often. But a plain matte black one, I'm like, okay, I could go with that. Yeah, it's a very untapped market. You already have the cloth mask, even though they're not very effective. Let's get, let's make money. Okay, I am distracting myself. Y'all are distracting me. Good, dear goodness. But let's close this, and we are going to. Where is the YouTube? Yeah, we're gonna watch a little bit of this so that we know what we're doing. And I hope... okay, yeah, I need to turn on desktop audio. Wait, is it easier to maintain with cards? How expensive is that? Real questions here. And Aki, the one that's mentioning that, they're on YouTube, so I can say a response, and Rigo can hear it. Let me go ahead and play this a bit.
Game over screen and the high score functionality. In the end, we're gonna have this game over menu that we show after the player dies, and it has the current score and the high score. Let's get started. Currently, when the player dies, nothing really happens. The player is deleted, but other than that, the game just keeps going.
Yep.
We want to display a game over screen here, so let's start creating that. That's going to be a new scene that we're gonna have inside of our UI layer.
Okay. Oh, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Rita, I believe, is that also Rigo? Question mark? Let me see. So within the HUD, the UI layer, we will have another one. So it's similar to HUD. I'm gonna see what kind of file type that he went with.
So let's create a new scene. This is going to be a user interface scene.
Wait, let me scroll back.
Creating that. That's going to be a new scene that we're gonna have inside of our UI layer. So let's create a new scene. This is going to be a user interface.
Okay, so new scene, user interface. Does it show? No, it does not show because we have not initiate it. Oh, it makes it easier for chat. Yeah, that's me. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Thank you. Yeah, like if you are more of a VOD watcher, I recommend being on YouTube. If you are more of someone who wants more interaction, I recommend Twitch at this time. Just because I'm Twitch affiliate and stuff there, but I like to have a YouTube. I plan to make videos in the future, but right now, I want to take it easy until a certain game launches so that I can cool down a bit. But okay, so we got the scene, the UI. I'm gonna see what they name
So
it.
we're gonna have a control node here as the root node. I'm gonna rename this to be the game over screen. And let's save this inside of our.
Yeah. Game over screen. Down. And then wait, we have to save scene as within the scene folder, the game over screen. Okay.
Scenes folder. We're gonna set this to be full rect.
Wait, full rect. What does that mean?
Our scenes folder.
We're
gonna set this to be full rect.
Full rect. So set to current ratio. So if I click on this, I go to this. It's an anchor preset, and the full screen. That's what I'm assuming it means. Let's go with that hypothesis for now. That's for the full screen.
And in here, we're gonna create some user interface nodes. Firstly, I want to create a color rect here.
Oh, a colored rectangle. Okay. So add child node, color rect. So a colored rectangle. I'm assuming it's probably going to go in the center here. Something like that. Although I prefer a different color. Ooh, and then I could edit it on this side. Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
And I'm gonna make this full rect as well.
Oh. Okay. Alright. I will accept. Ooh, it's so bright. Flashbang my own eyes. Oh my goodness.
And set the color to be black.
Oh, that would help, yeah.
Alpha to be like.
So black, alpha. Interesting. So black. Is it texture? No. Material? No. Visibility? Self module? No, I don't think that's it. Oh, it's a color. Right. So I'm gonna go with all the way black, but we put it around here. But I want to put the exact number so that I know exactly.
125.
125. 125. I was close, but not close enough for me.
And I'm gonna go back to the game scene and instance a game over screen here inside of my UI layer.
Yeah. Instantiate. Yeah, hover. Okay. I'm gonna save this. I have the habit of saving my layers, especially since I started out as a digital artist. I don't share my artwork that much anymore because I've been busy working, and my hand can turn blue if I overuse it, so we're not gonna overuse my hand. But I have a habit of always Control S with my layers. Otherwise, I cry because I didn't save anything, so it's just a habit that I have. It's a good habit, but it's very silly. So we're going to instantiate it here, so with this button, specifically the game over screen. And now it's included. Very nice. And then here.
So when the game ends, I want the game over screen to pop up, and I want everything else to be kind of tinted black. So that's why I created this semi-transparent color rect here. Okay, next up, I want to create a panel here.
What if you could get...
That's not a panel. That's an advertisement. Okay. I want to skip. Also, the ad did not have to have impact font. That's the most classic YouTube font I've ever seen. You don't need that. It does grab my attention, but like for the wrong reasons.
This is going to be in the center.
Now I missed what I was supposed to learn. I know it's something with the panel.
A panel here.
Oh, it's literally called a panel. Oh. I did. Interesting. Okay. Alright. We're gonna get a panel. And then.
This is going to be in the center, so let's set the anchor preset to be.
Now that I think about it, this is very useful. I really love how it's a visual way to see how would how would it appear. That is so useful. Like if it's with words, it's kind of hard to understand, but visually it's like, oh, I just want the center, click. That's so nice.
Center. I'm gonna make this larger, about this size.
Okay, so I'm gonna click this, click center, and then we have a center here. What? Huh? Huh? Wait, no, that's what? Okay. Interesting. Ah. Well, alright. We're gonna just awkwardly put it in the center. It's not like in the video. What is happening? I'll get the exact sizes eventually.
And I want to go into the theme overrides here to styles and create a new style box flat. This will let.
Okay, so in the control theme overrides. Interesting. Theme overrides panel style box. So click this theme override style. Style box flat. Yeah, I think that's it.
Let me pick a custom color for my panel, and I'm gonna make it a bluish color, more like a cyan.
I'm gonna make it purple.
I guess. Let's increase the saturation, and that looks fine.
I'm gonna make mine purple. You're gonna be purple. If I figure it out, that is. Okay, purple. Let's see. Can I match it to my hair? That matches my eyes, but we're not going for bright magenta. That's too much for y'all. But purple seems to be on this side. And then that is kind of close by me eyeballing it. Okay, but they said more saturation. But I don't want the green. I wonder, does it save the colors? Like, if I use a previous color, does it save it? Yes, it does! Sorta. Okay, I'll just go with this. Okay. Go from here.
I'm also gonna give it a corner radius of 25 pixels.
Corner? Oh, that's to make it round. Okay. Corner radius. 25. It's gonna make it round. Yeah, it's rounded. Okay. Yeah. So round.
For each corner, so that the corners are nice and rounded like this. And that's gonna be it for my design for the panel. Feel free to, mess with this more. And inside of this panel, we're gonna create a couple of labels and a button. So firstly, let's create the game over label.
Okay, so it's within the panel, and then so it's specifically a panel, right? I can forget easily, so okay, it's a label. It's a label. There we go.
We're gonna rename this to be game over.
Game over.
And I'm gonna put this at the center top.
Center top. Oh, of this square. Oh. Very nice. I'm just gonna type game over. Just make it easier on me. And then
let's create some label settings here. Let's give it some text. Game over. We're gonna make the font size much bigger, but first let's set the font to be the Kenny Future font. And
Okay, we're gonna edit the font a bit. Label settings? Oh, is it this? Okay, let me find the font. UI. Oh, but wait, oh, it has the buttons for me here. Oh, okay. Sprite sheet vector. Where's the font? Hello? Font? Hello? Is it in bonus? Yeah, there it is. I believe I put it here, right? No? No? Not there. Where did I put the font? I was just looking at it. It's under label settings. Okay. Oh. What? Edit, and then the font. There we go. And then what size? I'm gonna guess they're gonna put 30. That's what I'm guessing.
then let's start increasing the size.
Whoa!
45 seems to be good.
I was 15 off. Damn it. I'm gonna... I wanna edit this. Let me edit. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like 45. I like 40, I think. Yeah, that feels a little bit more balanced. Okay.
Maybe 46? Okay, 46 seems good. Let's move it down a little. Okay. Next up, I'm just...
I don't think it necessarily needs to be more down, but I think something like right there. It has some nice white space here. Yeah.
Gonna duplicate this label. This one is going to be the score label.
Oh, okay. So duplicate, Control D. This one will be the score. And then let's see, how does he lay it out?
Let's see. Let's put the high score first.
Oh.
So this is going to be the high score. I'm gonna anchor this to the center.
It's high score. You see how it is in the center? Yeah. Gonna change the text. By the way, I hope your guys' Monday went well too. I feel like mine was pretty alright. A slow start, but a good way. It was a good day.
And move it up above a little. So the text is going to be high score equals 9999. We of course want the label settings to be different, so I'm gonna right click on it and make it unique. Because we duplicated this, if you don't do that, when you make a change to the label settings, it's also gonna affect the game over settings.
Oh, you want to separate them so that they are not both edited. Haha. That makes sense. $9.99. And then make unique. And edit. Let's see here, line spacing, the font. Can I make it a little smaller? Because I feel like it's too big. So let's do 30. 30 should be fine.
Settings. I'm gonna make the font size smaller here, maybe 32.
Oh!
36. Let's try 35. 34. Okay, that looks fine. Let's duplicate this as well, and this one is going to be the score.
Okay. So just a bunch of duplications. So Control D. I'll put it. Where's it? Yeah. And then I'm gonna change it to just score. And then I'm gonna make sure that this is make unique so that it's separate from this one. And then bring it right there. I want to bring this up too. Something like that. Although I don't know what this is. So I will make sure they're both around there. Okay. I don't know what these gearing things are, but I will just accept it. I will just leave it at that. That looks like a ruler that I accidentally made. But I did not make a ruler on purpose. Let me see here.
And I'm gonna put this a little bit below the high score. And instead of saying high score, this will be just score. And I'm gonna align this to the center. I'm also gonna align.
Oh, okay. Align this to center. Okay. So how do I do that? So it's under horizontal alignment and vertical alignment. Is that what it is? Where is it? Is it layout? No. Localization? No. Oh, there it is. So center. Oh. Hello, Nethyr. It's me, Crystal, and I'm here with a delivery of gems. I hope you're having a good time programming things. I am! It's nice to meet you, Crystalline. Crystal? Yeah, I'll call you Crystal. What kind of gems do you have, by the way? I have a few personal favorites, but I'm kind of curious what you have. And yeah, I'm doing my best. I'm learning how to make the UI right now. And the alignments and stuff. Just trying to be more familiar with the Godot interface. Because honestly, like, I've always been intimidated by game engines, but Godot feels a lot more friendly. So following these tutorials has been helping me a lot on, like, okay, how do I make a menu and all that? How do I make game mechanics? How do I make things move and interact with each other? There's been a lot of that kind of learning. I don't know if I'm ready to make anything independent yet, but I want to just keep going in this process as much as I can. But it's nice to meet you, Crystal. Let's see. Okay, center. And then if I want to edit this one, center. Okay, let's do center. Yeah, I like center. How that looks. Of course, and I mean my fans, I call gems. So various types from ambers, classic diamonds, and even things like garnets and such. I'm glad to meet you too. Yay! Ooh, that's so cute that you call them gems. I call my fans Nethyzens. Because it's a bit of wordplay on internet netizens and my name Nethyr. I've always had that little nickname since, like, I debuted for the first time.
The high score to the center as well.
I guess correctly with center.
Okay, I'm actually gonna maybe move these slightly up like that, and I'm gonna make the panel smaller. I feel like it's a bit too large, but not like that. Like that maybe. And then of course I should move these down a little. Okay. Finally, we want to create a button here, so let's do that. Let's create a button, and this is going to be the restart button.
Oh, okay, so underneath the panel, wait, what's that called? I got distracted.
Let's create a button, and this is going to
button, and then name it
restart button.
Okay, so we're gonna get a button. I like the UI as is. I can readjust it a little bit more. Or actually, I might want to make this a bit bigger so that it's a bit more prominent. Let me edit this. So yeah, I kind of want this a bit more prominent. Like, compared to this. Because I want them to know, like, oh, this is definitely the title. This is, like, the body of it. So I want to make that clear. What if I'm adding an outline? Let's make it gentle. And then how big? Ooh. Maybe not that. But yeah, it's so interesting to see someone like create games that gamers play from scratch, like seeing the behind the scenes of how these things are made in engine, right? It's so much fun. Oh yeah, since you haven't met me before, I'm not a mastermind, Issa. Hello, Issa. Welcome on in. I haven't given you a proper intro because I've just been very, very focused on this, and I realize it's very dark in my room. Totally not for evil things. Okay. Oh, where's the light? Oh my gosh. But yeah, for a little context on who I am, outside of this, I do work in the games industry, but not as like someone who programs. I'm something else entirely that I will not say due to doxing. Doxing, no bueno, no good. But I do work in the games industry, specifically on a certain game title. So I sometimes I feel embarrassed saying it. I don't know why. I just do. But I have worked on games like Call of Duty and Crash Bandicoot. So, yeah. But right now, I want to learn more about making like games by myself because I feel like if I'm going to be in the games industry, I should learn more about this, especially because I want to be able to help my peers a lot more. So I feel like by understanding more about game design and more about programming, which are things that I'm personally weak at, I feel like I can help the people that I work with. So it's a lot of like self-learning, but also I've always wanted to make games. That's why I'm in the games industry. But I want to try making games that I can like tell stories through. Yeah, NDAs and all that. But I can say a few things. I just can't say everything for obvious reasons. I can't get in trouble with that. Jeez. Maybe not this color. Do I need a color? Oh, maybe not that kind of color. Okay, actually, that bolted a lot more, but I don't want it out of 5. Let's do 3. Let's see here. But also, if there's anyone interested in the games industry and they want like any advice or stuff like that, I'd be happy to answer. I just can't say anything about like the particular details of what exactly I do. I can just say that, oh, I work at this company. That's it. At least that's how much I'm willing to share. Let me see here. So, Game Over looks pretty good. And I know that we were supposed to make a button of sorts. So, button. And then this is specifically the restart button. Restart button. And then go from here.
We're gonna put this at the center as well. Move it down.
Always, and yeah, again, totally get it since NDAs exist. Yep, exactly. Let's see here. But Crystal, are you also a programmer, or are you someone that is interested in programming? I mean, if you're here, you are interested. Oh, how hard is it to get into it? I am studying with the expectation to work at a game company, but I always keep wondering on the possibility of it. It really depends on which part of the game industry you are in, because some of them are a little bit more stable than others, and at this time, there's a lot of instability happening in the industry. But the main way to stay in the industry is by being connected with people who are in the industry and they like working with you. Like the fact that I was able to work with people in the industry before I got into a company was a very good sign that, oh, 1, I'm willing to stay in the industry. 2, I'm maintaining good contact with people that know a lot of other people in the industry. And 3, it shows that I am someone who is willing to take initiative. I'm more of an art person, but I do want to get into the game side of it too. Ooh, nice! Are you more into 2D art, 3D? I just want to get some context here, because, like, depending on, like, your strength in art, there is a game engine that best fits your style. Because for me, when I see Unreal Engine, I think of 3D games. 3D games do phenomenally well, like, putting those textures in in Unreal, it looks beautiful there. It can work with other engines, but I feel like each engine has their own strength. So that's why I'm like, I want to keep that in mind. Because Godot, in my eyes, I mainly see like 2D and pixel games doing really well here. At least in my eyes. I haven't seen a 3D Godot game yet. Although my friend Kiri is technically making a 3D software in Godot. So that's like the main 3D thing I know. Thanks for the tips. I am more pointed to the artistic style of the industry, animation, modeling, and stuff, but I also know a fair share of graphics. Oh, nice. 2D, but I do know how to make 3D model assets. Yeah, Unreal does do well with 3D things, yeah. I think Godot would be a good fit for you then, Crystal, if you're going with 2D, if you're mainly 2D. Because I personally chose Godot because I like RPG Maker games and visual novels, which are very much 2D, or pixel, so I get you. Okay, let me continue.
And this is gonna say retry. Let's say retry that.
Okay. So edit the text to say retry. 3D is not that hard. It has a very pleasant learning. I think things that are easy for one person does not mean it's easy for others. I kind of think as people as how do I say this? Because, like, I don't like to say something is easy or hard because everyone has their own strengths. And I feel like it's unfair to say something is easy when you know yourself, you know your capabilities. So, of course, it's a little bit easier for you compared to someone that doesn't have the strength of being, in the arts, being able to communicate their creativity through their hands and what they see. Like, that takes a lot of practice. But 3D, I would say, it does have a big learning curve because there's a lot of technicalities to it. Like, at least Blender is readily available, but I remember back then when Blender wasn't, like, full-on there, and the main software for 3D was, like, Maya, Autodesk, Maya, and ZBrush were the main ones, but they were really hard to get into because they were expensive software. So, I'm glad Blender exists, though. Let's see. Man, I lost track.
It's a better word than restart, and we need to go into.
Okay, so they want me to add text for the button saying retry. Okay, retry. And then I am... Okay. Yeah, they want me to center it as well. I noticed that. So center here. Let's put it at the bottom there. And then move... Can I move this up? Please. Ah, no, that's not what I want to move. Oh my goodness. Oh, to be honest, I guess I feel it also easier because I started by graphics programming. So I already knew how everything worked on the back end. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if you're in graphics programming, definitely talk to Expired Popsicle, aka Kiri, because she's very knowledgeable about graphics programming. Like, she's amazing at what she does. And she's the one that was referencing on regards to making 3D software in Godot, because that's her project, Snack Studio. So definitely talk to her about it. Actually, let me... Wait, where... I need to get my socials. Let me actually link you to her because she is amazing. Like, oh my goodness. Like, oh wait, let's mute that. Let's mute that before, like, things happen. Okay, where's Expired Popsicle? She's part of the same VTuber group as me, and we are part of a VTuber tech co-op. And so, highly recommend checking her out. She is one of my group members. Please check her out because, like, she is really good at graphics programming and like visuals and art, and she's just amazing, honestly, on the tech side of things. We actually went to Offkai Expo together too. It was my first time meeting her as well. It was really fun. Let's see, retry. Yeah, I want to move this. What the? Where's it going? Where are you going? Huh? Where are you going? Okay, you go there. You go there. Okay. Why is it kind of blurry? Interesting. And then let me go here. Okay.
To the theme.
Wait, oh, mouse left. Let me rewind a bit.
Button here, so let's do that. Let's create a button, and this is going to be the restart button. We're gonna put this at the center as well. Down, and this is gonna say retry. Let's say retry, that's a better word than restart. And we need to go into the theme overrides here and give this a bigger font size and a font.
Okay, so go to control theme size. So restart, and then theme overrides, and then font that I want to bring in. I want to put this one. And then font size, we're going to make it slightly bigger. I'm probably going to make it really big so that people know it'd be like, oh, that's a button to press. Let me press it.
So the font size is going to...
Oh, hi. Hi, Duck. Welcome on in. Good morning. I hope you've been doing well. Are you feeling better, by the way?
Be 32, maybe 35. And let's also make the button bigger as well. Like this.
Oh, so that's what it is. Okay, I was like, what is this box? No, it's actually the button. Yeah, this is an actual button. I'm silly. I did not know it was actually normal button. Whoa, okay. Let's put you at the center, please. Yeah, and that way I can, like, bring you down right around there. Something even, unless there's, like, other UI that I have to keep them. What is this green thing? What is that? You're feeling better? Yay! That's a wonderful sign.
Okay, that looks good. Okay, what else? I still want to make the panels smaller, so maybe like this, and put this in the center.
We are going to edit it on our own. I'm not going to follow his exact sizing as long as I get the functionality of it, because I'm like, if you keep readjusting, you're just making the video longer, sir. I've been just sleeping and kind of woke up to see if I feel well enough to work. Ah, fair enough. But don't push yourself too much. Like, if you really, like, don't feel close to 100%, best not to. Man, is it just me or is everyone getting sick these days?
Center again, and move it up a little bit more, and let's also put the high score and the score down like that. Let's see. I'm gonna make the game over label bigger, 48, let's say, maybe 52, and let's make the panel wider.
Yeah, you want to have that nice white space.
Okay, I'm getting a little OCD here. I'm gonna stop. Okay, that looks fine. So this will be the game over screen. We're also gonna create a script here. Put this in the scripts folder.
Okay, that's what I'm looking for the next part. I like how I currently space it for now, because like you can clearly see which is which, like what to pay attention to, and then what to click on. Actually, I might have the retry button, like, right here. Or well, actually right there is nice, and then I can readjust this. Oh boy, it's... Oh, I feel like I'm squashing everything. Okay. No. Okay, if it's gonna be like that, I'm gonna move these two over a little downwards. Okay. Okay, yeah, good enough. Kind of wish there was a ruler functionality, but it's all good. It's all good. So we're gonna make a script and put in this. Okay. Script. Oops. Create. And then we're going to focus on the programming part of it.
Folder.
No! No! Not add stinky! Although the waves do match my aesthetic, it's kind of pretty.
want to create two different functions to set the high score and the score. We also want to connect the restart button's pressed signal. So let's start by doing that. And so this...
Let me go back a little.
Two different functions to set the high score and the score. We also want to connect the restart button's pressed signal. So let's start by doing that.
Okay, so let me get rid of this, because not just yet. Kind of want a blank slate. So restart node pressed. And then we are going to connect it so that it appears there. So when the restart button is pressed, you restart the game. Crystal, yep, like sure, work is a thing we all need to do, but also make sure you care for yourself too. Exactly. Issa, I am guessing it's the end of the year rush, or has to do with it. I've been more sickly because less sleep because too much schoolwork. Oh no! That could be it. I have been working a lot, and I noticed that because I have worked so much, I'm like, I need a vacation, so next week. Next week? Is it next week? Yeah, next week I will actually be on vacation myself. So I probably will not be streaming. I'll probably just be tweeting and mini blogging a lot, but that's about it. Let me see here.
And so this signal will be emitted each time the button is pressed. And when that button is pressed, we're gonna reload the current scene.
Okay, so you get tree, reload currency. Okay. Let me get this. Why is it tree though? Get underscore tree. Dot current. I believe it's called current scene. Reload dot current underscore scene. Is that how you spell it? Is that the correct punctuation? Underscore. Okay, it's all underscore and then with the parentheses. Thank you, Duck. Also, the one I'm calling Duck is Bester Guester. Because I met Duck. Oh, Rust is bullying. No! Rust is rude. I haven't touched Rust at all, so I don't know what you're doing in Rust right now. But I've heard things from the rest of the group members that it's something else.
Simple. And like I said, we also want to create some functions to set the high score and the score. So first I'm going to create some references here. Actually, I'm not going to create references. I'm just going to create the functions.
Oh.
Set score, let's say.
Okay. So underneath. Function. And then. Actually, maybe I could just reference it here. That way I don't have to like look back and forth. Function set underscore value parentheses. And for some reason this is not working. Get underscore tree. Oh, it's because I'm missing parentheses. Duh. Okay. Gotta have the parentheses.
This will access the score node just like this and set the text to be score equals string
and
value.
The variables. Yeah, string value. Yeah. I was wondering about that 9,999. Like, how are you going to get that? Okay, so we're going to type. We are going to get the panel score.text. And then you're going to have this defined as score underscore space. We will include the space so that it looks nice. And then strength value. Okay.
And for the high score, we're going to do the same thing, but the function name is going to be different.
High score, yeah.
And we're going to access the high score.
Okay. That makes sense. So, Control C. Control V. We're going to call this high score. And then we are going to call this high score dot text. And then Why do I capitalize the I so much? High score, and then strength value.
Instead of the score there. Okay, so this will be the game over script.
Isn't that's not just it? There's more. There's gotta be more than that. Oh my goodness.
Now we simply want to use this inside of the game scene. So, in here, if we play the game now, we will immediately see the game over screen, which is not what we want. So let's set this game over screen to be invisible when the game starts.
Oh.
And when the player dies, we will show it.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna use that. So we're gonna make it boop. Goodbye. We poke the eyeball, and it just invisible.
Inside of the script, when the player dies, do we have a signal for that? Doesn't seem like it. Okay, so we should go into the player script here and create a new signal called killed.
Okay, that makes sense. Skills, so within the player, and then it's gonna be a new signal. So when I am killed, that is the signal.
Or maybe died. Let's say killed. It's fine. And inside of here, let's see.
Is it function?
Die function, good. So here we can just say killed dot emit.
We'll scroll down. This is why I follow the code exactly. Kill.emit, parentheses.
Now we can go back to the game script.
Okay. That's important. How they relate to each other. Let's save this.
And here we're connecting the player's signals, good. We'll also connect killed here to onPlayer killed. Let's create this function.
Okay. So before he creates that function, I'm gonna write that myself. So he placed this code in, I believe, the ready function, and because you already stated some code for the player, like their status specifically, we're going to group it with this one. So when the player is killed, connect this function, this node. I think node is correct. Well, connect to this function. Yeah, I think it's function because we're going to create a function based on this. Okay, and then from there we would probably have to go to the bottom. We have a function for when enemy kills, so it's probably good to like add the function when the underscore on player killed. What's it called? Yeah. And then I'm gonna put this and then parentheses for now. I'm guessing that's what he does. And yes, I try to do things on my own a little bit because it helps me reinforce what I'm learning.
Down here. So when the player is killed, we can basically just set the visible property of the game over screen to be true. So first, let's create a reference to it. I'm just going to shorten this and say GOS.
Why GOS? Okay, it'll be all the way at the top. At onReady vargos. Okay.
For game over screen.
Oh! That makes sense. It stands for game over screen. Okay. Okay. I'm just a little bit silly, y'all. Okay. Oh, you figured it out, Aki? Nice. Good job. It wasn't Rust. It was the maintainer being a dingbat. Ah. It do be like that.
And down here, when the player dies, we can simply say GOS dot visible equals true.
Oh, it makes sense. Make the game over screen visible. Control S. Let's go here.
And let's also do an await here and create a timer for 1.5 seconds and wait.
Do you need to spell out so with the full E?
For its timeout signal. This is just so that we don't show the game over screen immediately after the player dies.
It's for a okay. Okay, that makes sense. So to set a timer for the screen, we do wait get underscore tree parentheses dot create. I'm gonna keep it with the E because I don't think create timer 1.5 dot time out. Why is it blue though? It's supposed to be like this? No? Okay, I'm just gonna leave it as create timer because I feel like that's correct.
We're gonna have a 1.5 second delay to create a better game feel. Okay, let's see what this looks like.
Oh, it's a wait, not just wait. Okay, and then Control S, and then we are supposedly going to see what it looks like. Let me see what it could look like.
So I'm gonna go ahead and touch an enemy. And okay, we got an error here. What is going on? Okay, I misspelled create.
I knew it!
Let's try this again. Let's see. Okay, let's die. Wait. And the game over screen pops up. Great. The next step is setting the score here. And then...
Okay. Let's see if we got that. Alright, so... play. Let's play a little. Okay. Honestly, I kind of want to add sound effects, but I don't know how to do that just yet. Because I feel like it would add a nice touch. Boop. And it appears the game over screen. Also, it's a little bit off. It's a bit too upward, so I'm gonna fix that. But it's working. Okay, so like you said, we're gonna work on the score itself. But does there? Oh, the retry button works. Okay, the retry button works. Oh my goodness. Okay, but oh yeah, I can't save the score just yet because we haven't made the code for that. But progress. Okay, I'm pretty happy. All right. We're gonna close that. I do want to edit this a little bit, 2D, because it's a little off center. No, this. Yay, cargo build is less angry at me now. Yay! I don't know what that means, but yay! I'm happy for you, Aki. Okay, and then gonna bring it there. Okay, that's a little bit more even, or less angry. Okay, that's good. That's good. Sa game ito, then the script. Let me see here.
And the next step will be setting the high score. Okay, to set the score, it's not going to be difficult actually. So before we set visible to true, in fact, before we start waiting, we can say gos.setScore.
Oh.
And we can just set this to be our current score.
Let's see how that looks. So, boop. gos.set. Oh. gos.set underscore 4. Okay. Control S. And then let's see what it's supposed to look like after I put that in.
This way, let me shoot some enemies first before dying. So we have a score of 700. Let's die. And now the score is correct. The next step is going to be setting the high score.
Okay.
The high score is going to be a variable inside of our game script, just like the score variable we have. So underneath this one, let's create a new variable.
Cargo isn't angry. It's just disappointed about all the mistakes. Oh, it to be like that. But let's see if the score works. We gotta do it one at a time to see if it's effective. Let me score some points real quick. Oh. Okay, at least I can hold it. Okay, that works. Whee! And then how's my score? Okay, got the score. The 3,900. Just like at the top, it matches. So that's good. Okay.
Called high score.
So we're gonna set the variable high
Each time
score. Okay, so up here at the variable null. So variable high score. And then how does it look? Yeah.
we kill an enemy, we need to do a check. So if the score is greater than the high score, we're gonna set the high score to be the score.
Oh, so if score is greater than high score, then the high score equals the score. Okay, that makes sense for setting it up. So we go here. Then we have to do an if-else statement. Score equals high score, and then high score equals score something something.
So let's say the high score was 100. Each time we kill an enemy, we will check our current score. And if it's greater than 100 in that case, the high score is going to be the current score that we have in this run of the game. And we can stop printing the score here.
Okay. The high underscore. Did I do it correctly? Score. If score plus equals, and we don't need to print score anymore, so we're good. Control S. High score not declared in the current scope. Okay, what do you mean by that? What did I do wrong?
Game script, just like the score variable we have. So underneath this one, let's create a new variable.
Variable. Ah, I didn't type it correctly. You always have to check your spelling. Okay.
And each time we kill.
So Control S. What? No, not that one. Control S. And then it should work now. And let's see here.
Kill an enemy, we need to do a check. So if the score is greater than the high score, we're gonna set the high score to be the score. So let's say the high score was 100. Each time we kill an enemy, we will check our current score. And if it's greater than...
You definitely need to save the project routine. I do, actually. I do. Also, welcome in, Shadow Wolf.
100 in that case, the high score is going to be the current score that we have in this run of the game. And we can stop printing the score here. Okay, so this is okay, but the problem is each time we reload the scene, the high score will be resetted. And even if we, fix that inside of the game, let's say we're keeping the high score in a separate, global script, an autoload script, let's say, a singleton, we would still run into the same problem when we quit the game and launch it again. So we need to save the high score to our file system, to the disk, and load it each time we start the game.
Oh.
We're gonna use the file access API of Godot. So underneath the ready function here, let's create a new function called save game.
We're gonna save game function. Okay, so underneath the ready. Alright. How goes the coding so far? Pretty good. Okay, actually I'll show you what I got done so far. So far, we have the score, we have the enemies. Oh, what the? Oh, interesting. Okay, we have a bug. I can't show it just yet. I have to fix this. Let's see. Errors. Delta is never used. That I already know about those. Something with this function. Kill the emit point. I think it's just not done yet, so I can't exactly show it right now. My bad. But it's going pretty well. All things considered.
In here, we're gonna try to open up a file.
We're gonna actually make save files for this little game I'm making. Huh! Okay. So, ready, function, save underscore game.
With the file access API, like I said.
File access API. File access.
Using the open function.
Open.
In here we need to give it a path, and that's going to be user save.data.
Okay. Let me put this to the side so I can reference it. So it'd be file access dot open user save dot data .
And then we need to give it a file access mode, and that's going to be write.
Okay, so it's gonna be writing a new file each time. Comma file access dot write.
So this file path here is a special path Godot uses to save data on a user's machine. So this is the path, this user path is the one that you should use whenever you want to save something on the user's computer. Res is the resources folder. It is the file system that we have here. And this one is for the files that you have inside of your project. You shouldn't use this file path to save something on the user's machine. You should use the user path here. And in here, inside of user, we're going to create a file called save.data. File access.open will try to open this file, and because we're trying to open it with write, it will actually delete whatever it's in there and open up a new file. And we can store this file handle in a variable here called save file. And then we're going to say save file store 32 high score.
Okay. Alright. I don't fully understand it, but better late than never. Variable save underscore file equals that. And then we're going to do save underscore file dot store underscore 32 high score, because we're trying to store the high score, and we want the game to remember that high score. Oh, thank you for the hydrate and the posture check. I need it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Honestly, I've been having trouble hydrating these days. I think it's been affecting me a little bit.
Function call will store our high score inside of this save file that we just opened up. So because the only thing that we want to store in our game is the high score, we can just, delete whatever was inside of the save file and store this high score value that we have. So this is for saving it, but we also want to load it at the start of the game. And to do that, we're gonna do a similar thing. In here, we're gonna say save file. We're gonna access the file access API again, open the same path, save.data, but this time we're gonna use a different mode.
It's not
this
right.
We're gonna try to read it.
Read it, yeah.
Read won't delete the file. Write will basically destroy whatever you have here and create a blank new file for you. In fact, we can probably read these inside of the documentation here. Yeah.
Oh.
So read opens the file for read operations, write opens the file for write operations. It is created if it doesn't exist, which is exactly what we want, because at the first time you play the game, the file won't be there, so write will create it for us, and it will truncate it like you see here. But anyways, let's go back to the game script.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this to the side and I'm gonna reference what I just saw. So we are going to have it read the save game file. So variable save underscore file equals file access. Open. Stop parentheses. Let me see here. User save.data. Comma file access dot read. There we go. And just to make it clear, I'm going to divide it up so that it's easier to read.
And in here inside of ready, we're trying to open the save data file, and we can check if this worked or not by saying if save file isn't null. So if this works, the save file won't be null, so inside of the if statement we can just get the high score by calling get32 this time instead of store32. So the high score that we stored here, we can get it back with get32.
Okay, so recalling it, got it. So if the save underscore file equals null, I underscore equals save underscore file dot get underscore 32 parentheses. Okay.
And if this file is null, that means we don't have a save file, so this is probably the first time the user is playing the game. Then we can
the
just do a
else.
save here. It's not really necessary, but we can just do it to create the file, and then we can set the high score to be 0.
Okay. So it's gonna be a traditional else if else statement. So save the game function and then high score equals 0, which makes sense.
In fact, we should probably set the high score first and then save that, and that will create the file for us.
The order of operations. That does matter, yeah. Proceed.
Okay, the last thing we need to do here is when the player dies, we of course want to set the game over screens set high score function to the high score, and we also want to save the game.
That makes sense. I really enjoy the fact that he explains it so thoroughly like this, because I'm like, that is so helpful. Okay, so game over screen dot set underscore high score, and then we also want to save dot game. Okay. Yeah, I'm not so sure what's happening here on player killed, on enemy killed. Is it because this is empty? No, it's not because it's empty. Okay.
Okay, let's see if this works. I'm gonna run the game. So the first time we should have the save file now, but we should have a high score of 0. So when I die, we have a high score of 0. That's good. I'm gonna retry and get a high score this time of 300. Let's die again. And this time high score is 300, but let's see if this stays when I retry. So I'm gonna retry and die again. And as you can see, high score is still there. That's good. Let's try beating this high score. Let's try getting higher high score. Let's die. This time, as you can see, high score is correct again. Let's die one more time to see it there. Okay, that also works. Finally, I'm gonna quit the game and launch it again, and let's see if we still keep the high score. As you can see, we do. The high score is still there. Great. So that is how to create the high score.
Okay, so there's a few tests that we need to do, but first of all, I need to figure out what is happening here because the score is not agreeing. Yeah, apparently that's a breakpoint. Hello? It's not allowing me. Oh, I crashed it! Uh-oh. No! No! Can I close this? Okay, okay, that's fine. Control S. Okay. Let's see what happens if I just... Okay. Something is wrong here, and I don't know what's wrong with it because I literally copy it exactly, and I swear, if this breaks... Oh, okay, okay. But that is literally the end of this tutorial. I just want to finish this tutorial, and I'm good. But let me see here. So function on player score. High underscore. Yeah, what is happening here? Something with the breakpoint. Gotta do something bad. Hello? I'm literally just double checking how I wrote this. Like, did I write it correctly? I literally just copy it as is based on what I'm seeing. Oh, is it the print score? I think it's the print score. Yeah, I see it. Print. Let's see how that goes. Because it's referencing here.
And we can stop printing the score here.
Oh wait, we can? Okay. Interesting. So if this colon's there... What is wrong with it? It's literally the same thing. Do you see this? Do you see this? It says this, right? The score plus equals points, right? Right? And then here, it's the same exact thing. Score greater than 100. Score... Okay. What's wrong with it? High underscore score equals score. Print score. Writes one letter save. Writes one word That's exactly what happened! And I'm like, huh? What? 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 File in use. Locked or lacking. What does that mean? What? Okay. Okay. What? What? Okay. Something's wrong. Something is wrong. Okay. I don't know what's happening. What if I just rewrite it? I'm gonna just try. If the score is greater than the high underscore score, then the high score. Score. Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna delete this and see what happens. If that fixes it, I swear. I freaking swear. Wait, did that fix it? Hold up, no way. Okay, so is something wrong? Okay, so this fixed itself because I rewrote it. Now it's this save game. Is it save underscore game? I have a feeling it is. Okay, so control S. Oh! Oh my. Oh my. Okay. Alright, let's see how this is. 250. Boop. It crashed. Something's wrong with the save game. I'm assuming it's the dot, so we're going to save it as is. We're going to control S. We're also going to make sure to close this to make sure it works. Godot engine is crashing. Want a hint about the error? I'm gonna try a little bit to figure it out. A little bit. It's not the delta. It's not this one either. Okay, something with the save.game. I'm gonna look at the video to make sure that I've done it properly. Set high score. Is it within the file access?
Inside of the save file and store this high score value that we have. So this is for saving it, but we also want to load it at the start of the game. And to do that, we're gonna do a similar thing. In here, we're gonna say save file. We're gonna access the file access API again, open the same path, save.data. But this time we're gonna use a different mode. This time we're gonna try to read it, because read won't delete the file. Write will basically destroy whatever you have here and create a blank new file for you. In fact, we can probably read these inside of the documentation.
I don't need to read that, I just want to know if I did it correctly.
So if this works, the save file won't be null, so inside of the if statement we can just get the high score.
Wait, how did I do that one? Did I do it correctly? Let's scroll up. Did I do that correctly? If the save file is null, then the high score equals save underscore file dot get 32. Okay.
Get 32 this time instead of store 32. So the high score that we stored here, we can get it back with get 32. And if this file is null, that means we don't have a save file, so this is probably the first time the user is playing the game. Then we can just do a save here. It's not really necessary, but we can just do it to create the file, and then we can set the high score to be 0. In fact, we should probably set the high score first and then save that, and that will create the file for us. Okay, the last thing we need to do here is...
Okay, that's how it should look. I'm gonna reference that. Save underscore game, but at the bottom where we see our issue. On player killed. What? Why does that look different? Did I set this in the wrong one? Ain't no way. Okay, let's continue.
When the player dies, we of course want to set the game over screens, set high score function to the high score. And we also want to save the game.
Okay, it's an underscore. It's an underscore. There's supposed to be an underscore. I kind of want to just do that, and then there we go. Okay. Invalid call non-existent function set underscore high score. In base control game, it's not in the game over screen. I did not set it? There we go. It's not referencing it because it's a typo. Okay, then is everything else spelled correctly? Because now this is spelled correctly. I'm going to save it. Control S. Okay, let's see. Does it save it? It crashes. Oh wait, what the? Let's save that. That was a weird one. Okay. Okay, it crashes. Oh man. Okay, I might need to figure this out offline. But we did the thing that we were supposed to, which is having a UI and everything, but this is not responding. Yeah. Hi, Prax. It's not crash. That's a mood. It's not crashed? Okay. Okay. It's just stopped at your breakpoint. I'm not so sure what breakpoint means. Oh, man. Wait, get tree. I'm referencing the code from like the video and it's working there, so I'm just like, huh?
Okay, let's see if this works. I'm gonna run the game.
Because like, Tiz is completely fine. It's a thing to help debugging. Oh, the red line? Red line? It basically pauses everything on that line. So there's something wrong with this line, is what I'm getting. So set to high underscore score. And how's my variables now? How do I set those variables? Key free. Game over screen set score. And then the game itself, save underscore game. Are some variables. No, there's nothing wrong with it? Oh. It's just not working? Run the game again till it happens, please. Okay. I mean, right now I'm... Oh! Okay, now it's fine. Now it's fine. Okay. Thank you, Praxis. Huh? Okay, so my highest score is 1,100. My score is 1,100. So let's see if it saves a high score. Okay. Why did I score so high when I'm testing this? Okay. Okay, it reset that one. Alright, let's see what happens when I fail at the start. What's my score? And it works! Though I didn't do anything. I guess you turn off the breakpoint when I wasn't looking. I don't know how I turned it off. I'm confused too. I just saved it, I rewrote things as is, and then it suddenly worked. It works! But it works! So that is like the bare building blocks of this game. We can retry it. We have an actual high score. We can kill things. I'm pretty happy. Okay, yeah, we can kill a bunch of things. It just doesn't have the sound effects. Once it has the sound effects, it'll probably feel a lot more polished. But yeah, we fully made Space Invaders. There is a finishing touch video, but I definitely want to ask y'all, what is the next game that you guys want me to try remaking? Ooh, that's a pretty high score, actually. Okay. Oh! Well. I will be making a poll on... Actually, I'll make a little forum on Discord in my personal Discord. If people want to send in suggestions there, please do so. Let me go ahead and get the suggestions. And let me go ahead and go to chatting. Alright, so thank you all so much for watching. If you guys want to suggest a game for me to recreate, let me send in the Discord. It will be in the chat if Discord decides to cooperate with me. I'm very happy that we at least got the bare bones of this thing working. Like, we got enemies spawning, we got UI, we got a resetting, restart the game. Maybe one of the games from the 20 game... What's the 20 games challenge? I don't think I've heard of that before. Alright, let me go get the... So I do have a personal Discord that is catered to me. Please join it if you are not part of it yet. But if you want to suggest a game for me to recreate, please go here. I will go ahead and make a little forum. What next game I will recreate in Godot. I'll join a Discord and send you a link to it. Okay, sounds good. So we just finished the bare building blocks of Space Invaders. Godot. So what's next? Look just below, please. And then put that. And I'll just tag y'all here and post. Alright, I already put a forum post in my Discord, so be sure to suggest there. And then we'll do voting on the YouTube poll and probably on other social medias, and I'll just like combine everything to just see which is like the most popular. But with that, thank you all so much for hanging out with me. If you like the stream VOD, if you are watching after the stream, please like and subscribe. I feel like I have to learn to do that now because apparently one of my videos hit more than 1K views, so I kind of need to start doing that now. Thank you all so much for the support. It's really like I keep looking at my YouTube, not gonna lie, and just be like, oh my gosh, more attention. So I'm very happy and thank you all so much for the support. I won't be raiding tonight because I literally just need to like go somewhere super duper quick. But with that, thank you all so much. Good night, everybody. Good night.